Go ahead.
Yes, I'd like to talk about how Ron Paul's gone after the neoconservatives, and Arnaud de Bourgrave has a recent article for UPI that moved yesterday that talks about Scott McClellan and how the neoconservatives, Douglas Feith and company, Richard Perle as well, had pushed for the war in Iraq. And there's also a revelation there where Arnaud de Bourgrave was actually at a cocktail party that was in honor of Louis Scooter Libby, who's also a part of the project for the New American Century. I'm an ardent Ron Paul supporter, and his economic advisor, Peter Schiff, had written a book called Crash Proof, and I wanted to get your guest's take on that. And I completely agree with Dr. Paul. Not only is the falling dollar contributing to a rise in our oil prices, but Peter Schiff says we're heading for a crash, and we better get ready for it. And there's no other candidate who's addressing that than Ron Paul.
Thank you very much for your call. Are we heading for a crash, and would a return to the gold standard make us crash-proof?
Let me handle that, the return to the gold standard first. Yes, under the gold standard, especially a pure 100% gold standard, where all paper dollars and checking accounts were backed fully by gold, there would be no scope for government to increase the money supply out of thin air. The way it does it today, as I mentioned, is to increase bank reserves and bank loans. Those loans, those additional loans then depress the interest rate, cause the interest rate to fall to get people to borrow the extra money that's created. What that then does is to mislead entrepreneurs and business people into investing in certain projects that turn out not to be profitable. It's at the point where inflation begins to heat up as this new money circulates throughout the economy that the Fed usually panics, stops inflating the money supply, okay, as it did in 1999-2000, as it did in 1990-1991. At that point, interest rates shoot up again, and many of these investment projects that had been initiated under the falsely lower interest rates then are found to be unprofitable, and we find layoffs and plants shutting down. Under the gold standard, you would not have that. As I said, the money supply could only increase as gold entered into the Treasury and into the banks.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out Tom's Representative Press channel. It's a channel you'll want to subscribe to as well. See the link in the video description.